All right, I'm in the RV park here at Furnace Creek early in the morning, and I'm about ready to head down to Badwater. So everything is pretty much going as scheduled, I would say. So let's do this. Come on. Good eye. Ron here, Badwater Basin. About to go for a bach ride. About 2:15. Watch it started, I'm rolling. Oh, the smell. All right, here we go. You can see the heaps of dirt along the road. Result of historic flooding 2 and 1 month ago. Grader's done good work in here. Open up the road. Moon going down. Ah, the air is so thick, I love it. My lungs are just soaking it in. I'm getting up pretty close to sea level. Coming into Furnace Creek here. I'm gonna go back down again though. Furnace Creek's pretty low. Thought the sign up here said sea level, but my GPS is showing below. Crikey. So I'm gonna resupply up here and keep trucking. That felt unbelievably good. About an hour in, not bad for a mountain bike, and it felt effortless. Best I've felt on a bike in a long time. So I remember it like that 10 years ago though on a road bike. I think it's something about the thick air down here. Alright, rolling out from the campground. Got bags on, rolling kind of heavy now. Should be lighter as I go though. Okay, some key benchmarks coming up here. Hopefully I can make it through. All right, I'm not sure what's going to happen up here. Might have to take a Naruto run at this barrier. I've been getting conflicting messages on whether or not I can go through here on bike. The road's officially closed to traffic, but every other ranger I talk to tells me a different thing about bikes, so I'm just gonna go for it, see what happens. Well, I think I'm starting to see the sun come up. I don't see one out here stopping me. Yeah, my Naruto run worked. This road is just about what you need. It's like a one-lane highway. No traffic. No one working on it right now. So I should be able to scoot through here in the darkness. Stovepipe wells over there. I got a couple hours before going through Mesquite Springs. Maybe a little less at this speed. We'll see. I've been cruising along at a pretty good pace for a mountain bike. Butte out here. See where the road washed over? They've definitely graded it at least once. I gotta stay heads up in case I need to hit the brakes. Following the advice of one good ranger. The other one was a naysayer. I'm feeling good so far. This is just like my days in Australia. Riding in the left side. When I last did this similar style effort 10 years ago for my 40th birthday, it wasn't too long from when I just got back from Australia, within a year or maybe a year and a half. No, it was, I think within a year. So I still had some residual form from riding in Australia and racing some in the spring. So I was spending a lot of time on the left side of the road riding over there. 10 years later, said I'd come back. Had to go to plan B because of the rains and all the closures. So I'm taking a different route and wasn't sure if this was even doable, but so far, okay. Hopefully I don't run into a road crew that turns me around. Oh, there was some undercutting of the road right there. Yeah, it really ripped across this road here. Got a little headwind. All the way up there to those mountains. And this road damage goes on for miles. It's 1,500-foot climb. Let's hope it's 1,500 feet. It's catching me by surprise. It's right before Mesquite Springs. I do not remember this when I was driving it a couple years ago. Plus, I was getting a pretty bad headwind the first half of this climb. It's settled in a little bit. Oh, it's destroying me. I'm crawling up this. Get over the top. Hope there's water there in Grapevine. And then go from there. That was a brutal stretch. Going through way more water than I thought I would, but still not too bad. Just hoping there better be water up here. Otherwise I'll have to consider a backtrack. We'll see. I did have one service truck pass me. So that's the first car I've seen all day come from behind me. Break time at Oasis. Not Oasis, what is this place? Grapevine. The road's closed. The guys over there testing water, making sure the chlorine's right. So I had nice water. I was really worried this wouldn't be open and the water wouldn't be running, but anyway, he was there testing it, making sure it was potable. So I had to take a little break and then should be good to carry on. Okay, leaving Grapevine. Won't be on pavement much longer. We'll see how it works out on this road back here. I don't think the flooding was quite as bad up this high, so I doubt this road's maintained. So we'll see. Nothing else, I can come back here. I know that guy comes daily and tests water, so give me a ride back tomorrow. Now I'll get out of here. Okay, here we go, onto the gravel. And right out of the gate with the washboards. All right, here we go. Just came up the first gravel climb, and that was brutally steep. When I came out and recon this a couple years ago, I was on my cross bike and determined mountain bike's a better way to go on this road. And it's way worse than even last time I was on it with all the lack of traffic and flooding. So there's no way I'd have made it on a cross bike with all this water weight. But I kept it rolling up that hill on the mountain bike, so looks like I got the right tool. I should have pulled out the GoPro. I was too excited. This random German guy shows up in his rental car, breaching through on closed roads. I was sleeping here on this rock, or trying to relax, lower my core temperature down, and he just showed up out of nowhere. Perfect timing. I think that's two angels I've seen. The one guy testing the water right when I needed water, and then this guy had gobs of water in the back, so I loaded up everything. Tried to warn him not to go through that road, he'd get in trouble, but he's like, nah, we have roads in Germany. Black Forest. I can't do a German accent. Should be able to. My grandpa spoke German, or I think it was German. He's like, das, Black Forest. I love it. That's like, you're gonna get in trouble. He's like, there he goes. I don't know if you can see the dust off there. So I'm at Crankshaft Junction. Didn't have the energy to film coming up to it, because that washboard road, I mean, the problem is that road is, you can see it. I came down the hill way off in the distance over there thinking, I'm ahead of schedule, making good time, and then the road is just, the perspective is just so long, and the washboards, and it just a steady grind, and the pavements, I mean, it's loose from the flooding. It just took me forever to get right here. In fact, I had to hop off a couple times to regroup, get my mind in order to make this just the last few hundred yards. But I'm feeling much better now. I got that water, and oh, this rock is so comfortable. I might snooze a little bit. I had a kind of a nap planned in the schedule for about now, so. Getting a film because that climb was so brutal, and I keep stopping here just to cool down, keep my core temperature down, but I'm just about through the Last Chance Mountains. Nice shade spot with wind coming up the canyon. It's a beautiful climb up Crankshaft, but I was crawling, so totally forgot to film anything. Smelled sulfur back there. I knew I was getting close to these mines, which means I'm at the summit. And there's a rare stretch of pavement for the descent. $5,160 feet. All right, yeah, I'm walking my bike just to break up the monotony and use muscles a little different. And I was just crawling. Ran into some more Euros following their GPS, got some more water, so looking pretty good on water, but that's also part of the problem because I'm carrying all this weight. By the way, this is Eureka Valley. All right, got through that wash. I'm full on limp mode, but this canyon I really like. It's first Joshua Tree sighting. A bunch of them coming up here. I was so exhausted I keep forgetting to film. So I'm heading into Oasis. Obviously dark again. And I'm so spent, I'm mustering up the energy for one more pass. And then my brother's meeting me. And we're gonna stay the night in his van. And I'll see in the morning what I want to climb, which route, and how high I can make it. I'm just so spent. But I was feeling a little better here because of all this descending through the Joshua trees. I think I'm coming up to a junction. I need to stay left. What? I did it. There we go. Van life in it. By the smelter. What did they smelter in here? Silver? Okay, I had to roll down to where I'm stopped yesterday. We camped right up there in the canyon, so nice camp spot. Ready to get going. Suppose I could pull this helmet light off of my helmet. And anyway, about to start pedaling up this massive climb. Over there is Mount Whitney, which I should go be at the top of in a couple days. I'm just gonna do a hike on that one. Had to go to plan B. Original plan was to go from Badwater, road bike, and climb Mount Whitney, but all those roads are closed, so I've been wanting to do this White Mountain thing for a while, ever since I was inspired by the movie Last Sunset in Death Valley on Amazon. So he came to this spot right here, old Polly in the movie, and I was kind of inspired to go low to high, because ever since I was reading about the road all the way to the summit of White Mountain Peak at 14 something, might be the highest climb you could do. But then when I saw this movie, I was like, yeah, you do it from Badwater. Perfect. So we'll see if I can pull this off today. Beautiful morning. So I can go super light because my brother's here for support. Okay, got the first little test of the legs, and they're not half bad considering the ungodly amount of pedaling I did yesterday. I don't know what it was, 13, 14 hours. I quit looking at my clock. Anyway, my brother's gonna four-wheel drive van up this road here, and he should be able to make it to the top, hopefully. If not, he'll turn around and go back. Ooh, there's some puncture. All right. I would have been fine picking up water from here, but now that I've got van support. Yeah, it's nice looking. Such a beautiful climb. Smelling the sagebrush, all these rock piles. Obviously it's early on because I'm still in good spirits and I'm filming, so. Staying hydrated. So one of my concerns about this road was one, that there'd be no water, because I needed water if I was going to stick to the original plan. Come up this last night. And then my second concern was there being too much water and a bunch of creek crossings where I get my feet wet and get cold when I top out up here. So it looks like for this particular moment it's just about right. I've been keeping my feet dry. You can see there's stones you can go across, and the water looks good and clear, so I could have filled up some nice cool water. But I don't know how much arsenic or other mining pollutants are in this water, so I was trying to stay away from that option. But it looks nice and clear. Yeah, let me check my water. How bad is it? Oh wow. Yeah, I think I can make my way around on the side, if not going through it. It's a beautiful climb. A little annoying in and out of the water, but better to have water than not. Oh, sweet camp spot. Oops. Who knows, I may have been spending the night there last night. Oh, it all was working out pretty good here. So my brother's up the road, been going over some nice obstacles with his 4x4 van. He had a conversion done on a Chevy. These nice trees in here. So this used to be an old mining area. You see these power lines going up? I don't know if that had to do with the mining or what, but anyway, there was a city down at the bottom. Tiny city probably, but called White Mountain City. So we should be going by some miners' cabins up here. So I'm just starting to get out of the comfort zone. I was training and living at 7,000 feet this summer. So we're at 8, and so we'll see how I do with the altitude up here. What's cabin like? I need to bring my sawmill up here and replace some of that siding. I got another 1,500 feet of climbing left. $1,500 to the road, let me clarify. Still drops more after that. Not too bad of a road up here. It's good climbing. Moves you a few times, flattens out, and you can get a little rest. And it pushes up again. Some of the steepest climbing is down lower there, but I haven't gotten to the last little push here. There's probably some more brutality coming. While I'm thinking about it, let me talk about what I've got for a bike. So nice dropping all those bags, because this bike is an 18-pound mountain bike. So originally 2 years ago when I reconned all this, I was hoping I could do it on a cross bike. So I was riding the cross bike around, debating, and I just decided, no, I got to go with the full suspension or the hardtail mountain bike would be a better tool. So at that time I had a pretty lightweight, it was like 22-pound Scott. It used to be my race bike, carbon hardtail. And so I was like, yeah, that's the bike. And then that spring, promptly some jackass thief stole it. And you know, that was an expensive bike back in the day when I bought it, which wasn't, I mean, it wasn't more than a couple years old. Actually, no, I think it was more like 4 or 5 years old, but it was top of the line race bike back then. And so luckily insurance came through big, and you know, this was COVID. I couldn't even find a bike, and a little under a year ago, this Orbea Alma became available, and I was like, that's the perfect replacement. Rigid fork. I'm running low pressure in the tires, although I need to let more out. This altitude, they're feeling harder again. So it's just a bare bones bike other than this weight here. The weight I had on it through Death Valley would have easily doubled the weight. So it was so nice to drop the bags down there and have support vehicle, because this bike climbs so good. Best climbing bike I've ever been on, except for my e-bike. So this bike is turning out to be the perfect tool for what I'm doing here. So thank you, thief. You did me a solid there. I believe this is the last mining structure in there. Love how he just folded the tin over on the end. That first shot I was showing some of the tailings up in that canyon. See them up here too. 9,600 feet. I'm only about 400 below, connecting with that road up there. I was wrong about that last structure being the last one up. There's this sweet little cabin. I don't know what he did for water. This creek does not flow much.
I mean, it looks so huge, but
they are. That was a refreshing stop. Had lunch right there at the intersection. Now I'm on the main road. White Mountain, should be 18 miles. Hopefully I'm at the summit in 4 hours. Had some beans for lunch. Ah, it's rocky here. I'd have been walking up that climb yesterday, but I was feeling good. I had my gel at the right time, and I was powering up that climb. That's a tough climb. I cleared it all though. Didn't set a foot down once. These rollers above 10,000 feet are pretty epic in here. Next stop is a little piece of pavement, and then Patriarch Grove, and then the big push to the top. Temperature is about perfect. Got a nice crisp wind, breeze I should say. Probably 50 some degrees. So right about in the middle of that picture is one steep road, but it's tarmac. And then I'll be up in the Patriarch Grove. And then up around the highest point on the right, you can see, kind of see a road there. Somewhere in there is the gate, the infamous gate. And I think I'm 6 miles out. crazy steep. Glad it's paved. Patriarch Grove turnoff. That road was steep. Some of the coolest trees I've ever seen right here. There she is. First glimpse. Oh, you're gonna destroy me. I hate this. I'm at 11.8. And look at that, it's gonna scrub a bunch of elevation. Ah. I think I see the locked gate. I think that white down there is either my brother's van, a white horse, or big white rock. We'll see in a few minutes. Okay, that's a gate in a van. But here we go, down with it again. I'm getting a little cranky. Beautiful though. Beautiful. Look at all this white. White Mountain Peak though looks awfully dark. That's the research station up there I'll be going by. Oh, this is the ultimate van life spot. So, Barcroft. Yep. Wonder if that white vehicle I saw down there was someone on lunch break. Alright. First little walk of the bike. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to ride. Comes my brother on my e-bike actually. So I got company in a sweet research station. Cool spot. 12.4. I see it. Maybe someone on a bike. Is it a vehicle? Someone coming back from the top?
Or is it like a line?
There it is, the last push. Having a gel, going for it. Something grazing down there. Some sheep or something. Well, I'm pedaling. Sheep don't care. Brutality. I'm almost there. Almost. I think some of this is rideable. Holy, can't believe I made it. Badwater to White Mountain Peak summit. Oh man, amazing. Oh, amazing. I cannot spend more than a second here because the sun, it's already cold. Once that sun goes down, wow. Wow, wow. Wow. Ah, unbelievable. I started way over there. I can see the peak. Wow. These canyons. Beaut. All right. Okay, I felt surprisingly good given how massive that was. But I was walking most of the last part. It's really unrideable, but there were several sections surprisingly I was able to ride. So I actually rode most of it. I don't know about most, maybe half of the last stretch. All right. I am done. I got to get off of this mountain safely. White Mountain Peak.